The Sabha, the flying cities of Indian texts, like huge Vimanas in the sky. Like the huge Vimanas that soared in the sky in space, the Sabhas were the abodes of the gods, according to ancient Indian texts. Could it be that the 12 gods of Olympus did not live on Mount Olympus, but Olympus was the name of a huge ship that they lived on Earth? Was the Argol more than just a ship of the Argonauts? Some may get the answer from the Indian texts and their references to Sabha or Saubha, which, if we relate them to Greek mythology, may lead us to something surprising. Let's say that we will not do an extensive analysis of Sabha, but a relatively quick reference to them. If the Indian deities are deeply connected with our planet and with other inhabited worlds, quote unquote, it's equally interesting to note that their dwellings during their stay on Earth were really flying cities. These palaces, called Sabha or Saubha, were of enormous dimensions and appeared to be a kind of larger version of the above-mentioned Vimanas. In fact, the smaller Vimanas are often referred to as integral parts of the Sabhas themselves, which were entered and existed for unrelated reasons. The texts speak of cities inhabited by deities such as Indra, Brahma, Rudha, and Yama, Varunu, and many others. These cities moved in the sky, and according to the descriptions of the texts, they shone like silver. They were full of food, nectar, and water, but also weapons and ammunitions for their protection. Some of these sabhas are described in detail, clarifying that they were able to move not only in the sky but also in space. From the planet Talatala came Maya Danava, the creator of these flying cities. Of interest is the story of Maya Danava, Lord of Illusions, inventor and presiding deity of the Danava kingdom, located on the sphere, more likely the planet called Talatala, and creator of the Vimana that belonged to god Salva. During his time on Earth, Maya is described as a great king who ruled over the Assyrian, Daita, and Rakshasa peoples. Even in Assyria, yes. His incredible wisdom led him to build 3 peerless flying cities named Tripura, out of gold, silver, and iron. In the Sabha Parva, in the second of the 18 books of the Mahabharata, we find a description of Tripura in which it is clearly said that it can not only move in the sky, but also be kept in what we could define today as a geostationary orbit around the Earth, while it also has gates that small flying vehicles can enter and exit. So I guess they're like shuttles. With their greatness and power, the 3 cities allowed Maya to rule the world for a long time. But due to his impious nature, Shiva, the destroyer of worlds, destroyed them by causing them to fall into the western skies like huge fire torches, making a deafening noise. Hiranyapura, the impregnable flying city of gold. References to flying cities in Indian epics and religious texts do not stop at Tripura. Hiranyapura, the golden city built by Brahma for the demons Puloma and Kalaka, is also often mentioned. This city was impregnable and invincible, like many of its kind, to the point that the demons that ruled it were able to withstand any attack from other deities. Trying to put an end to the rule of the demons and destroy their fortress, Matali, one of the main protagonists of the Mahabharata, bravely asked to destroy the heavenly fortress. The brave leader went to the city, flying in his chariot, provoking the wrath of the demons, which was followed by a terrible battle which led to the destruction of Hiranyapura. And in the 3rd book of the Mahabharata, called the Vana Prava, we find other descriptions of cities that can move in the sky and space. Specific references to technology. It's natural to perceive these traditions in a modern perception as dictated by our time, but equally undeniable is their uniqueness beyond any concept, myth, or tradition previously known, and above all, imaginary. In these traditions, the classical concept of myth collides with a clear anomaly dictated mainly by the presence of specific technological and scientific references, not by pure poetic invention, but by attachment to an objective reality. Now, this I translated from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.